To other people, she's known as Marista Burns. Before she met and married my dad, she was even Marista Anoka. Here are a few things to know about my mum. Dancing. My mum is the best mover I know. Playing cards. She can obsessively play for hours on end until she wins. Singing. She loves to sing, but especially while playing her ukulele. Cold weather. She grumbles her way through each English winter, losing out to her scratch cards, as she calls them, her bingo cards.
Oh, bingo!
Grey hair. It always upsets her when her roots start showing. And finally, the thing she hates the most is change. Despite living in the UK since 2000, she's never wanted to cook British food. Mum is from a tiny group of islands called Ding. That's pronounced Kiribati. Let's say it together one more time. Kiribati. Kiribati has a population of over 100,000. It's made up of 32 atolls and one raised coral island. The islands are located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, halfway between Australia and Hawaii. According to scientists, Kiribati will disappear under rising sea levels in the next 30 to 50 years. Kiribati is so remote from England that when I last visited, it took over 23 hours to get there, flying from London to Los Angeles, then on to Nandi, Fiji, where I took one last plane to the capital island, Tarawa. With Kiribati being located so far away, it could be so easy to think, who cares? But I suppose the thing is, Kiribati, it matters to me. For me and my family, Kiribati is my mum's homeland. It's where her family live, where my parents met, and where I was born and lived for the first 6 years of my life. Since leaving Kiribati, my mum pretends not to miss it. Do you miss your friends and family? Is that the one thing you miss about Kiribati? Despite her denials about homesickness, one of her favourite things to do is to watch an old VHS. No matter how many times she watches, the video remains the same. Me appearing in the bushes, playing at being camera shy. My mum smiling at the end of the shot. Fishermen casting their nets. And the waves lapping along the beach. The very same beach which is threatened by rising sea levels. Over the years, I've repeatedly asked my mum the same question. What do you think people, the governments in the world, what do you think they should do to help Kiribati? What do you think they should do?
I don't know
What they can do to help?
Yeah. Maybe she going to Fiji or New Zealand or Australia.
But what I'm saying, Mum, is they shouldn't come to that. Kiribati should still be there. My poor mum. I'm constantly pestering her, to the point of interrogation. Questions I don't have answers to.
Well, what do you think about Kiribati when is the ship coming up? What do you think about? She's staying in Kiribati or she going where?
I don't know, Mum. That's the problem.
Why don't you talk to me about that? It's not what are it?
I just think because you are from Kiribati and you spent most of your life in Kiribati, and like me, it feels like Kiribati means something different to you than it does to me. So that's why I always ask you what you think about Kiribati disappearing, because it means something completely different for you.
It was during this interview I had an epiphany. All these years, my mum and I had been talking about two different things.
Some people, only some dive tournament, the Samoa, I see that by I don't know what it is. To what I think it is tsunami.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Tsunami is different from.
The difference with the sea coming up.
Yeah, because tsunami is a natural disaster that happens instantly,
Yeah.
whereas global warming and potentially the sea rising is something long term. It doesn't happen just overnight.
When I got my guy, because where she going? Is there any or she going anywhere?
It suddenly all became clear in the interview. My frustrations with my mum's opinions on Kiribate's fate suddenly made sense. It's not that she doesn't care, it's just been a case of crossed wires. So imagine if my mum living in the UK is confused. What must it be like for people living in Kiribati?
She wanted to die in the Kiribati.
I think what makes me sad is one day in the future I hope to have children, and I want to be able to take them to their grandmother's home island, and maybe there'll be nothing to show them. If scientists are right, maybe a whole nation will have to be relocated, and only a few people will remember this stretch of sea that was once Kiribati. So, let this film be a keepsake, a memento where Kiribati can be forever remembered, frozen in time, where Kiribati matters, not to be forgotten.